Audio on demand from Vision Christian Media.
Exploring faith and the future. Neil Johnson and Bible teacher Dr. Kameel Majdali.
We've been taking a journey, this expanding Christianity from Israel into Europe and into the nation of Turkey. Kameel, we've been talking about the 7 churches and a bit of a focus on the church at Ephesus. We're familiar with the Apostle Paul writing a letter to the Ephesians. We're familiar with the city of Ephesus as one of the 7 churches in Revelation. There's so much richness about Ephesus.
I did begin to speak about Ephesus, and I will just recap. It is the number 1 site archaeologically that is visited in Turkey today. Turkey gets 30 plus million visitors. Many are on cruise ships. They stop at Kushadasi. They visit Ephesus. Even secular people visit it because of the archaeological remains that are most impressive. I spoke about the Curitas Way. I actually haven't mentioned it. Curitas Way was the main road in Ephesus. There was the Celsus Library. There is also the theater. And the port was just very close to the theater. Well, today, the Aegean Sea, as we've learned, is now 6 kilometers to the west because of the silting of the Cayster River over 2,000 years. But just imagining Paul going to the port and then beyond. Remember that he actually said goodbye to the Ephesian elders, not in Ephesus, I think it's Acts 19, but in Miletus. Miletus is 50 k's away. There are some other things to see in Ephesus that are impressive, or at least they impress me. One is the grave of the Apostle John, and there was a whole grand basilica, no doubt, built. In this day, it's now all open air. But tradition tells us that John moved from Jerusalem to Ephesus. Bear in mind that at the cross, Jesus committed his mother Mary into the care of John, even though she had sons of her own. But Jesus, who was the oldest, of course, committed his mother to John. So therefore, it's assumed that Mary, mother of Jesus, moved to Ephesus with John. And there is a Catholic site, the House of Mary, and it's on this huge, huge hill. I mean, it is so steep and the roads are so windy, and it's a relatively recent place, but of course, for Catholic pilgrimage, it is a draw card. The thing that really impresses me, though, Neil, is a single pillar in a field, like a Greek pillar, and it is the sole surviving pillar of the temple of Artemis, or of Diana of the Ephesians. This temple, in its day, was one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world, and it had 127 pillars. Today, only 1 remains of 127. I'm talking about one of the 7 wonders of the world. 1 pillar. Perhaps there's a lesson in it for us, Neil, that once the gospel of Jesus came in, Diana of the Ephesians, or known as Artemis, she was put out of business. And that's usually what happens, because the gospel is the power of God unto salvation for everyone who believes.
Faith and the Future with Neil Johnson and Dr. Kameel Majdali from Teach All Nations. For more from Dr. Majdali, including books and DVDs on prophecy, Bible commentaries, plus today's and other episodes of Faith and the Future, go to vision.org.au.
Thanks for taking time to listen to this audio on demand from Vision Christian Media. To find out more about us, go to vision.org.au.